It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
Oh boy.
Last we left off, Bell's Hells, after volunteering to be the recon mission to Ruidus, while the rest of Exandria prepared for a possible incursion or an assault upon the Red Moon, had some inner turmoil. And in doing so, had to regather themselves, rebuild some trust. And Fern, who particularly had been emotionally wounded in this endeavor, wanted to revisit her Nanamori. The group went to the Fey Realm, back to Ligament Manor, where some reunions with your parents also came with some revelations about your true nature. You decided, Fern, to take the spark of Roshan into yourself, and through the ritual's completion, you embraced the fiery shred of the ancient primordial fire titan, and upon making contact with Ashton, awoke the shard within him. Two of you now coming into full realization of the power and the spiritual essence that you both carry and have bonded to. You rushed out of the garden at the top of Ligament Manor while the rest of your group were left to ruminate on what they just witnessed.
Well, tomorrow we're doing it, yeah? We're heading out?
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, if time bends the way it's supposed to.
You all glance over, and Nanamori is kind of stumbled back towards the descent into the tree, kind of clapping excitedly after Fern.
Do you think that the stones merged with them in a way that would change their personalities at all? Or do you think it's just about physicality?
Oh boy.
I mean, I know that's why Fern was a little nervous to take it to begin with, but I still feel like that's on them, right? They have control over that.
Maybe. I don't know. This is old stuff, right? What if it does change them? But you know what? We all just got through a big thing where we're going to be honest with each other and forthright and reach out to each other if we need help. So maybe if it has changed them in any sort of negative way, they'll tell us.
Yeah.
What are you doing in your current realized transformation?
You're on fire.
I feel like I can put out a little extra fire if I do any fire attacks. I feel like I could probably bump it up a little bit.
You feel that?
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
And I feel like if someone hits me with a weapon, I feel like I could do even more damage to them with fire.
Wow, you have specific feelings.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a way for me to practice like you are.
Well,
unless I am really fully in battle.
What you do notice is as you're traveling, you're kind of floating above the ground by about a foot.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And all the rough, terrain, all the challenges, other than having to climb and actually go vertical, because you're not actually flying, you're just kind of floating.
Wait, I'm floating. Am I floating?
I was trying to walk you up to it.
Okay, I think that's part of it now. I can just sort of
Yeah, I mean, you bypass any of the roots and rocks and elements that would make it to where you'd have to almost hop carefully through these dense portions of the jungle. You
just run and see if you can just touch the ground as we're let's see if you can actually as you're going. Yeah, I know you're floating, but see if you can get down and try and scorch the earth a little bit. Not set fire to anything, just.
Okay. Just a run, and each time I touch, it's just a little bit of fire?
Yeah, or you can even just, drag a hand or something, I don't know, while you're floating.
Ooh, all right.
As you kind of dart through, you leave this black scorch mark as you just rapidly.
And it's kind of a little bit of a dance, kind of like Roxanne in Moulin Rouge. I'm just dancing around the trees and making flames.
Yes. And as you do with each portion of nearby root, wood, bush, or even just exposed ground, you leave these like quick little black scorch marks, these which like leaves a trail where you've been, and it's almost like you're drawing a weird improvised sigil on an open space.
That's fun.
That's really fun.
So you gotta like...
All right, we can get creative with it.
I don't know how this would be done. If it doesn't work, it would be ridiculous, but we could try something interesting.
Okay.
All right,
try
take a shot. You've got that scorching...
Yeah, you want me to take a shot?
Take a shot at the hammer. I will swing and let's see what happens.
All right.
So what happens is you fire these 3 scorching rays into the hammer, right as Ashton swings it, and as the hammer slams into it, the bit of prismatic particulate that he had embedded into it, that he retrieved while they were over into the other continent of Allura.
The bad times.
The 3 rays hit and then fracture and divide and fire out into 6. And end up splitting and hitting the ground, causing these blasts of flame that burn the nearby brush, one of which slams back into you for no damage.
Yeah.
Oh!
Shit, are you... Oh, yeah, no, you're...
No, I'm totally fine
You're
because
totally
fire.
fine. Holy fuck.
That was amazing. That was so cool. Okay, wait.
I know, and I'm trying to think anything else, or should we start heading back?
I feel like we should probably start heading back, but...
There's one last thing I do want to try. We're not that far, no.
All right.
I'm going to try and, I'm going to take a couple steps back, and I'm going to try and physically end the effect.
Okay. So you watch as the massive kind of rock expansion of Ashton's body begins to shrink down, but as it does, the exterior of their body also changes coloration from like a jagged, dark, gray, mountainous rock into almost like a very angular, smooth, rough-cut gemstone.
You still hurt?
Weirdly, no.
No?
No, this is... I mean, it's... Even the hand got strange. Like, the hand doesn't hurt. The arm doesn't... It doesn't hurt, but it also is kind of... I don't know. It feels like it's wrapped in a really thick glove. Everything feels like it's just out of reach. I don't know how else to put it. Like, it feels strange to touch things. It doesn't feel like mine.
We'll say it's about that moment, since it is a temporary transformation, you watch as the gem-like exterior cracks and then falls off in like waves of light dust, and there behind, Ashton is returned to his natural state, still with the new arm somewhat lumbering in comparison to the rest of his proportions. To you, you've never truly experienced a moment without the majority of the pain you've lived with for so long, and to have it return is almost welcome.
It's just life now. It's just what we have to accept, that we have to accept our greatness, basically.
I will accept your greatness.
Okay, well, I'll accept both of ours.
You can have greatness for 2.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do my best to keep everybody okay.
Me too.
You look really cool.
Thanks. You look pretty cool too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think these shards look pretty good on us, if I do say so myself. I don't know why I'm laughing.
I'm gonna throw one more hug just because. Thank you so fucking much.
Okay.
And
I'll return the hug.
Okay. Rest of you, anything else you're wishing to do before the evening comes to a close?
You've never played patty cake.
I have, but my metal hands hurt the people I play with.
He also forgets to take the bus off, so...
Oh, you know
That
from
makes
personal
sense.
experience?
Yeah. Patty,
He used to be 6'3".
If I get my wish.
You gonna go do it?
Are you gonna do it?
Oh, yeah, do you think she's home?
She was here.
She's
she was
here.
clapping.
Let's say,
I'll go ask.
So within the kind of massive enclosed structure that sits on the kind of far off gnarled branch of the Ligament Manor, you can see the somewhat terrifying doorway that sits at the front of the collection, the like bones and skull fragments that form this like odd face as you approach, and you knock a few times as some of the bones shift as it seems to open to a mouth, and a voice goes, "Hey, what do you want?"
The door does?
The door, yeah.
Whoa. I was wondering if Nana Mori might be accepting visitors?
I guess I'll ask. And the bones sink into the door, and it becomes like a weird, like muddy, like a frozen morass texture on it. Then you hear muffled on the other side of the door,
Poor Asgard.
Morrigan! You got a tiny one asking about you outside!
And there's this pause before the bones emerge on the side facing you again.
She'll be right there.
Oh, thank you very, very much. I didn't catch your name.
I'm the door.
Of course, how stupid of me.
Doors don't have names.
Well, I guess not here, where I'm from. Everything that's made of wood has a name.
The bones kind of creak slightly.
Like what?
What about push-pull?
Push-pull. Push-pull.
Sir, push-pull.
The bones rescind to the door, and you hear muffled,
Morrigan! Do you like the sound? Push-pull. Sir, push-pull.
Hear a muffled voice go,
Why are you asking me this random question?
Apparently in some places, doors can get names.
back out, all these skulls turn to you.
You may enter.
And it opens up on the side.
Thank you, Sir Push-pull.
The pleasure is mine.
You step back on the inside of this collection, this like massive dome of pulled branches and twigs that pulls up to a seemingly dizzying height for a moment. You can't even get perspective on how big. At times it looks massive, at times it looks small and close by, but you can see all these shelves everywhere with little cubbies and tiny little pull open doors and like barred gates and cages hanging with critters and creatures. You look up and just see the massive shape of Nanamori right there as the head kind of slowly descends down like it's detached from the rest of the shoulders, kind of down to meet yours.
Can I help you?
Wow, it's quite the atmosphere in here. I had a question. I hope it won't be offensive. I heard that some people refer to you as the Fate Stitcher.
That is his name. You seem to have a fascination with names as of late.
I do. I love wood and nicknames.
Everyone needs a hobby.
I agree. But I had a question. The people, the things in your garden, are those individuals that you've done a deal with previously?
Her head kind of gleans in really close to yours.
Some do not uphold their side of the deal. There has to be collateral.
I was wondering if maybe there might be an arrangement that we could strike where I could be, I don't know, imbued with a little bit of some of the powers that you have, maybe in exchange for my exerting some of your influence in the realms beyond this one?
As her eyes look at you, you feel what little flames of lanterns that glow in the space begin to flicker out, one by one, until the entire room goes dark, and the shadowy shape of her that seems to consume most of your vision suddenly consumes all of it, except for just the sinking little beads of glowing light that mark her pupils.
That's a thing.
As they kind of pull back a bit, a lantern flickers on in front of you, and you're no longer inside the collection. You're in a black space with what looks almost like a table set before her, where she sets the lantern down onto before leaning back into a chair.
What is it you want specifically? Tell me your dream.
Well, I would love to never die.
Oh, God.
But that seems a little much. So, in just talking it out...
It's not an uncommon request.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. That doesn't make it very special, though.
Yeah, base.
It can make you very special. I mean, look at one of your companions.
Oh, shit. Right. Laudna. I was wondering if, do people ask to return to their youth?
Oh, yet another not very uncommon request.
Oh,
yes. Oh, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying it's been considered and granted before.
Interesting.
You wash from dream to dream. You had to come in here with one singular burning hope. One fire that burgeons and forces itself to burn, leaping from your chest, from your bones, to consume you. What is your passion?
Toys. I want to be the most famous toy maker the world has ever known.
Now that just requires a little bend of fate, doesn't it?
And as she extends her hand, you see like this weird golden thread that kind of now draws from your chest. It seems like it drifts into the shadow in both ways. Not towards her. It just kind of pulls from one end of the darkness to the other. And you watch her kind of reach her finger forward and tug on it. As it does, you feel this cold sensation rush through your body.
And what will you give me?
Oh. That room we were in before looks like you have a lot of stuff. What would you want?
Bring me a piece of what you hunt. Bring me a piece of the God Eater.
That's such a good ask. I'm not even mad about it. A piece of Predathos.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds impossible.
It does. But you all seem to be on the path to doing the impossible, aren't you?
We are.
Well,
we do some simple arithmetic here. It's a deal.
You watch as she puts her hand over the lantern, and the flame, you realize at this point, it wasn't a yellow fire. It was almost like a colorless flame, like you were sitting in a space of monochrome light. And as she runs her hand over the lantern, the kind of whitish fire kind of carries over into her palm, and she extends it towards you. And as she clasps it, her fingers wrap around it and almost clamp back over her hand with how long they are compared to your tiny, gnomish clasp. As it does, you feel this cold flame touch your palm, and that golden thread, the only source of color in the space, seems to twist and tangle a bit. And she withdraws her hand.
very well. Make me proud, and you'll be notorious.
Notorious. I feel taller already.
Good. She leans back, and as you kind of blink for a second, the minute you open your eyes, you're back in the collection. Like it just washed back, and you're just standing there.
Well, get out.
Oh, sorry, yes. Sir, Pushball.
And the door opens up.
How'd it go? What happened?
You don't look younger.
She loves me.
Can you tell us what you offered her?
No,
All right.
Is that part of the deal?
I don't know. But the room that I was in changed and got real weird and scary. And I wish I had asked for a little bit more of a detail about what might break the deal. And I feel like letting you guys know what I'm supposed to get might jeopardize that deal.
Well, based on the last couple days we've had together and how close we've grown,
Yeah.
I can only imagine that what you asked for was something for all of us to enjoy or something for the betterment of the world.
We learned that we don't keep secrets from each other. That we gain strength through honesty and
trust.
No, this was just for me. It was selfish.
Honesty.
Yeah, no, it was just for me.
I wonder what she would do, because like usually when you make a deal like that, they take what you ask for and they twist it, right?
Is that what they
Or,
usually do?
Well, that's what the old stories tell me.
What are you talking about? I never heard that. I just heard they grant deals.
Holy shit, did someone make a wish?
I did.
Oh my god.
Those sound like haters. Just to be honest.
made a deal with your Nana.
Oh, great.
Right?
Great.
See?
As long as you deliver and as long as you, stay true to your word, it'll be fine.
Well,
Because if you don't,
what happens if you don't?
boy, probably lots of bad stuff.
If you wished for this thing, it must be something very important to you, and I support that too.
Thank you, FCG. That means a ton. It's only something that I would not be able to achieve by my own means, despite having tried my hardest.
Ascending the stairs nearby, Allura kind of goes, Am I hearing someone made a deal with the Fate Stitcher?
Yes, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Guess which one?
Oh, we're leaving in the morning, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have a quick nighttime treat and go to bed.
Yes.
Wonderful. This has been a delightful distraction. I hope we've received what we're looking for.
We have.
Appreciate your family for their hospitality.
Oh,
and
you're
I
so welcome.
greatly look forward to leaving. So, I'm going to go to bed.
Good night.
See you in the morning.
Before we go to bed, I've been cooking. And I'll pull out a tray of Hawaiian rolls.
Yes.
I made these in a magical tray.
Little ham, little mayonnaise.
A little fairy dust, little change bringer, divine energy. And so we can have a hero's yeast.
Wow.
Jesus.
All right, good night.
Do we want to check in with anybody? Scry in on anyone? We're going to bed.
Before we...
No,
Check in on
we had
dreams.
talked about dreaming, but I could.
Yeah.
Oh, you were going to give in to
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the kind of the.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
we should.
You got it. You feel yourself glide past the clouds into the starry sky. You feel the shift of color from black and white to red, to black and white to red. And you find yourself almost in a corkscrew, the stars swirling around as you continue kind of drifting, looking outward. You can see what looks like a distant comet, just kind of leaving a tail behind it. And as you follow it, you see these 4 other flickering lights that seem to follow behind you. And their presence is warm and welcoming, and you recognize the sensation of your friends. But you also feel that vibration of energy. As you all glance upward, you can see you ride along this impossibly distant tether of red, piercing energy. Just flickering as it goes. As you glance up, it almost feels like it curves up into the massive red orb that is the Moon of Ill Omen, Ruidus. You feel as you can glide along one of these pulsing sparks, races past and almost catches you, and you find yourself being dragged like you're one of the gondolas in Drusar, just shooting along this beam. The rest of you feel yourselves being pulled along, dragged by some invisible chains, tethered to Imogen's spirit, drifting through this dream. You get pulled into the storm. As it does, the red dust completely fills your periphery, and you find yourself once more brought to the familiar, terrifying center core of the Ruidium storms that have haunted you since childhood.
Can I try to open my mind?
Sure. You let loose on some of the still-sounding boundaries that sit on the outside of your consciousness, and as they kind of open up, you feel like you're tapping into a larger consciousness for a brief moment. Like thousands of voices sit just along the periphery of your capability to grasp them. Like background radiation that just kind of flickers beyond reach. You do sense the ground not far below.
Lie down and land.
Your feet touch the ground and gravity sets in. You feel your hair drift down across your shoulders. You feel your outfit in this dreamscape fall to your sides. And you glance back up and you watch as the storm kind of dissipates in an upward kind of eye of a hurricane. And you can see the stars once more straight above, the columns almost a half-mile high of the storm just swirling around. And you can see the beautiful blue and green glow of Exandria far above. And that single red shoelace tether, straight as an arrow, just keeping it bound there. As you stand here on the surface, to your feet touching the ground, as you look up to the world where all of your life has been known, you feel that like a bassy vibration once more course through your legs, through your chest, through your very essence. There is that calling again, that feeling, that beckoning.
I'm gonna sink down to my knees and reach my hand out and touch the ground.
The very ground itself feels like it's a thunderous vibration, like a stampede unseen is perpetually plowing by. You almost see the stones that are barely visible beyond the choking of the storm itself kind of jittering, dancing around from the impact as your hands touch the ground. The ground is warm.
If I drift too far. And in my head, I'm gonna think and send out a thought through the ground. I'm gonna think, bring me home.
Do you fight this beckoning?
I don't.
Like a metal latch that holds the edge of a cord, the only thing that's kept you dangling above an abyss, you allow it to snap. And you feel yourself tumble into the ground, drifting into darkness as that black warmth envelops you. The three of you feel yourself pulled to the ground and through it into the same darkness, but it is rough. It is jagged. It is scary. You see nothing and feel nothing except for dread. An alien presence that washes over and through you. And you feel comfort. Sensations of running into your mother's arms when you were a child. Memories of hugging your favorite horses. That sense of belonging. You think of what it's like to fall into Laudna's embrace. All these things that you want, all these things that make you feel right, they're here also. And as you tumble, you pass through flashes of lightless rock like a ghost. You drift deeper, feeling the pull strengthen as these lights pass by, these flashes of color, and you know they're caverns. Networks of endless caverns that dig deep, snaking like a labyrinth beneath the crust of Ruidus. You see glimpses of teal glowing crystal and subterranean rivers, water, oceans of water that exist beneath the surface, and odd, weird, alien red life that swim through it and take a glance at you with just an instant. Then darkness still. Your descent begins to slow. And for a brief moment, a distant voice calls from above where you once were. Wait, Imogen, no. And it's gone. Your descent slows to a stop. The three of you detach and drift into suffocating darkness, and Imogen is gone. The spell ends.
We wake up.
You wake up.
And she's still asleep.
Imogen.
Oh.
Here in this darkness, you sense a presence unlike anything you've ever experienced. It is so immense that your entire being vibrates with unbridled power. You worry as it suffuses you, you might be pulled apart. That white flash you saw when you screamed at the stabbing of Laudna, these moments where the world seems to rend itself around you now, that same power pulls to rend you from all sides. Yet, you belong here. You are home. This is the womb. And you wish nothing more than to return to this place with your entire core. And you wake up.
Hey, you okay?
How much longer was she asleep in real time?
About a moment later.
Okay.
It took a little longer than us to get back. A little
I
bit.
thought we got separated
Yeah,
again.
we lost you in there.
Or pushed.
Yeah.
Was that you that sent us back?
I don't know. I think so.
Are you all right? How did that feel?
I mean, it felt like it felt good. It felt good.
You all head to your respective bedchambers for an evening's full rest, preparing for whatever comes in the morning before you.
When he's sure that everyone is asleep in the middle of the night, Orm knocks on Nanamori's door.
Is he also gonna make a deal? Is he also gonna make a deal? So his deal is gonna be like.
So you
That'd be awesome.
gently tiptoe down through the tree, hearing the sound of thousands of gentle crickets just clicking away throughout the boughs and the leaves. You get to the edge of the collection's door. As you're about to knock, you hear a distant voice further down the tree go, "You're up and around."
Evening.
Turn and look, and right back where you tiptoed past, without even hearing her approach, her lumbering footsteps, always a sign of her arrival, she is just standing still at the base of the branch that leads out to the collection, arms folded in front and just looking right at you.
It's not often something sneaks past my attention. That's impressive.
You are in my domain after all.
That's valid. I actually was looking for you.
Whatever for?
Well, the way I understand it, from what Fern tells me, is you can help people.
I can.
You make deals?
If it suits.
Okay. Well, my friends are all pretty amazing. The things they can do, I can't even fit it all in my head. And, I mean, I'm really good with a sword. But I'm a little nervous I'm not ready for what we're about to do tomorrow.
None of you are ready for what you're about to do tomorrow.
Well, the point is, I feel maybe the least ready in our group. And I want to see this through. I want to get it done, what we're setting out to do, and I want to get them back. Fern, I want to get Fern back.
Of course.
And all of them. So, if you can somehow make me better at protecting them, or stronger, strong's not the right word, more capable at what I do, I might agree to a lot.
Her attention drifts from your eyes past your shoulder to look beyond.
I would follow that.
You turn to look, and as you turn, you see her now standing on the opposite side of you with a table set in front of her. Her hands clasped as she places a singular lantern upon the table, flickering white light within. The glow of the tree, the interior of the manor itself fading to black all around until it's just the two of you, face to face.
Your passion is to protect your friends, yes?
My friends, your granddaughter. I don't know if there's a friends and family discount, but...
And what do you have to offer, little Ashari?
Well, if I see them all through, and we get it done, I'll serve you.
You hear her sniff through the kind of alien lack of true nostrils. And as she does, you feel these, like, leaves and vines that you didn't even notice had kind of grown from your armor, kind of detach and float through a breeze towards her. She goes, "You smell the touch of divinity. That makes you enticing." Well, she kind of glances around into the shadows surrounding. Now that Fern's all grown up and might be finding her own way, it does get a bit lonely here in the manor. Maybe it'd be nice to have a caretaker.
These have to be worded just right. Imogen said, that's if we see it through. Everyone at Bell's Hells makes it back. And we see it through. That's an easy trade.
Every one of you makes it back. And you see this through.
Back alive. Happy, safe, and healthy.
Well, you have to start happy to return happy. And I think health is in varying states. Return at least as you are.
Return alive.
Very well. Her hand flickers across the lantern, carries the flame with it, and extends it towards you.
My payment is in advance.
How else am I to ensure you uphold your end of the deal? I want success as much as you do. I also like a little business on the side.
He reaches his infinitely tiny hand up into her massive one.
She clasps around it, and you feel almost like your feet are pelt off the ground and dangle for a moment as she lifts you up. The cold flame against your hand seems to shrink into your skin, and you feel that cold sensation snake through your veins, like someone had just run freezing water through them. Your entire body shivers. You feel what hairs you have stand up on end, and you can't make a sound, as if you feel like a brain freeze sensation crawl over your mind. And she releases your hand. In that moment, you're standing back in the warm interior of Ligament Manor, just in front of our newly named Sir, what was it?
Pushbowl.
Sir Pushbowl. She steps back.
Well, I wish you the greatest of luck. And I look forward to our future together.
Hope to see that day.
Just call upon me when you need some help.
Night.
Good night.
And Orm, go find Fern and try not to wake her and curl into the crook of her goat leg.
Okay. Varying degrees of a night's decent sleep find you all, but you do get a long rest. With the morning greeting you supposedly in a realm in which there is no true sunrise. In perpetual twilight of the Fey realm, the interior of Ligament Manor greets you after for most of you, a welcome rest. You can smell morning breakfast cooking, and a goodbye breakfast feast has been mostly prepared by the Callaways.
Well, this is a fine morning to share before the rest of destiny takes you. Sleep, feast.
There's some banter, there's some laughter, there's some awkward pauses. But as the meal finishes and Birdie kind of finishes and pulls her napkin out from her cleavage where she tucked it in and kind of finishes, wipe her mouth and looks over and sets her down. Well, we're going to hang back here for a while and kind of just readjust to life, maybe not always on the run, until we kind of get our footing again and find a new start. Should all you succeed in what you're doing and maybe set your tether free a little too. But,
And you both will be safer here, I imagine.
I imagine so as well. She looks over at Ollie, kind of nods. Whatever happens, we're thinking fondly of you. We're sending all our wishes. When all this is over, I think we both agree we'd like to get to know who you've become a little more.
I would like that very much. And I would like to get to know both of you a little better.
Y'all better make sure she gets back okay, or I'll fucking kill each and every one.
Oh, okay.
Seems fair.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's fair. It's fair.
Got it covered.
I figured.
We'll get her back.
How close will we be to the side?
Well, we're not going directly to it. That would be folly, but we are heading towards the west side encampment. This is where the individuals that I know of and have been preparing for your arrival lie. So hopefully rather close to there. If not, we'll make the distance rapidly as well.
All right, take us away.
Very well. And she stands up and kind of...
I believe in you, Allura.
Well,
Guidance.
I appreciate that. She looks at the rest of all of you, looks over at Nanamori, and Nanamori takes her hands and clasps them together in front of her. And as that happens, all the fireflies swarm to the center and surround this rod. As Allura begins muttering her incantation beneath her breath, the fireflies begin to vibrate. And as they do, Allura's spellcasting gets slower. And for a brief moment, it's like the second goes on for an hour. You're trapped in an uncomfortable instant. And with that, suddenly the fireflies scatter off in all directions, and you feel all of you tumble in towards that direction like you're falling down a well. Ass over tea kettle, just falling into this dark expanse before suddenly you all find yourself now once again on hard ground, your boots colliding with rock and earth. You glance around and see yourselves now in the familiar expanse of the Hellcatch Valley. Allura kind of steps. All right, very well. We've arrived, and it is as welcoming as I remembered. Well, how are you all feeling?
Trepidatious, but ready to be on with it.
They're miles and miles off from the Tishon excavation site where the Malleus Key and the base of the Bloody Bridge currently resides. But you can see like the rocky hills around. And as you begin to walk with Allura towards the west side encampment, you can see there are whole legions of troops, hundreds and hundreds gathered at different points, some marching around, some keeping a perimeter. There is a sense here that there's been warfare, but nothing all in. Just skirmishes. Both sides testing boundaries. Both sides setting up walls and holding them. There is a very air of held breath and waiting as you approach the outside of the encampment. As you enter through the front gates, Allura kind of waving her hand as they open the front. These massive stone doors that pull back. You hear the ratcheting of chains. The soldiers on each side kind of crank them open. You enter the interior of the encampment, and you can see the multiple kind of makeshift barracks that have been sculpted from the surrounding stone. You approach and can see there are a number of figures that begin to walk up towards Allura and your troop as you arrive. Most of them flanked by or being followed by at least 15 soldiers each. You see one figure, it looks to be a male orc man, the kind of thin, very handsome with this kind of well-kept chin-strap beard that comes to 2 points at the edges of his rather chiseled jawline. A female silver dragonborn who is missing an arm. She is armored with massive chest plate, long cloak, and you can see is wearing upon the tabard in front the symbol of the Council of Taldore. And then beyond them to the right, you see another figure, an elderly human man of dark red-brown skin. He looks, his colors of gray, kind of balding hair and beard make him look old at a distance. But as he approaches, you can see as he walks with this large cloth mantle across his chest, and you get glimpses of his arms and his chest. He is massively ripped. He is just the most muscular old man you've ever seen. And as he begins to walk, you see the soldiers that walk alongside him themselves also wear similar red and white colored tabards and robes around them, and they themselves are also extremely physically fit.
You like a Silverin?
The colors of their banners do have a Silverin textures to them, and you can see the Stormlord symbols adorning parts of their... Allura says, "Just a moment, please wait here. I need to make..."
Wait, you're gonna go talk to them?
I'm going to make your introductions.
You have introductions now, okay.
And so she steps forward, and you can see them all kind of talk a bit with haste, some of them looking past and kind of taking you all in, some with mistrust or confusion, some just general curiosity. I would like to bring amongst our council here our volunteer troop of experienced adventurers at the behest of the Council of Taldore, the Arcana Pansophical, and the Chamber of Whitestone. Bell's Hells, please.
Yes,
Clap ourselves.
If I might introduce to you, we have amongst you from the hearts of Eshanador, Myth-taker Key Mandozi, and refers to the orc man who first approached. The heraldry of the Taldore Council, Guardian Tofor Brotoras. And of the Vasselheim Bastions, here representing the Dawn Marshal, Earthbreaker Groon.
Yay! Let's go.
As they look to the rest of you, Tofor Brotoras.
Well, we've been made aware of your soon-to-be-received arrival and have been told of your capabilities, so we are eager to see what you're capable of.
We're a little rough around the edges, but people tend to underestimate us, and we have first-hand experience with the folks we're fucking with, so...
Well, into the war tent, then.
Fern. As you're all walking, everyone is walking towards the tent. You glance over and watch as the one who introduced himself as Earthbreaker Groon is just looking at you. And looking at Imogen. And back at you. And then just keeps walking.
He was a really weird look, he was didn't like us.
Everybody likes you, Fern.
No, but he looked at both of us. I think
And me too?
Yeah. Well, just watch. Just watch. I think he doesn't like us because, I have theories.
You come to the exterior of this large, central planked tent, and as the doors are opened and you are ushered in, the majority of the soldiers stay outside, except for a few hand bodyguards that stick with some of the other prominent figures. On the opposite sides of the table, sleeves rolled up, kind of a set of goggles on the head with various lenses, and kind of dirty and saying a Lord Percival, who has a number of sketches kind of out across the table, and behind him, looking up with a smile towards you in particular, the voice of the Tempest. As you enter the chambers and the tent flaps close behind, Keyleth stands up tall and kind of taps Percy on the shoulders. What? Oh, rather rapid, I suppose. Allura, you said you were taking them somewhere. Yes, we had a very, very brief excursion. Faerham. And you watch as both Percival and Keyleth look at each other and go, ah. Now, what we have before us in this short time is a bit ramshackle, but I think it will do for what is necessary to get you to the Bloody Bridge and beyond, Myth-Taker Key says. From what we hear, there are a number of signs, words going about, speaking of more, for lack of a better term, doomsday cults rising, embracing these times as a sign of the end, which creates its own anxiety and unrest in the peoples of our world. That, unfortunately, feeds the malcontent with the various temples. The gods, it's at an all-time high. And at which point across the way, the Guardian Brotoras pipes in, and the Ruby Vanguard influence through information and conscription continues to swell because of it all. So, we are being assaulted at home by ideals as much as we're being assaulted here on the field of battle. Percival clears his throat and takes his goggles off and sets them down. Yes, and that is why we've got you to do this. The plot of distraction that I've outlined here, and he kind of rolls out the sheets, and you can see all manner of brief sketches show these various, some of them are just regular travel carts, some of them are military war wagons, some of them are damaged war vehicles and engines that have been kind of altered and changed. And now you see the sketches, you can see a number of these you're witnessing the outside and being built within the walls of the stronghold. These are, they call them the Butcher Wagons.
Oh, that's a great name. Real good name. Butcher Wagons.
Illusions only go so far. And he looks over towards Allura. She goes, unfortunately, yes. We're fighting our individuals that are looking for magic falsities. However, nothing quite changes someone's mind than the warm splash of blood across their face at the signs of something being slain. So, Miss Allura here and Mr. Mandozi here will both be accompanying these wagons under the guise of an assault. We will have them attacking from an illusory site, looking to draw most of their defenses in that direction. They will mount a counter-assault against our approach, at which case the illusions will show themselves being destroyed. These beasts, creatures, whatever it is you've thought up. And when they do, we also detonate these wagons, spraying the front of their lines with crimson gore. The good news is the smartest amongst them are currently up there. So,
nice.
That will give you, we hope, 10 to 30 minutes to infiltrate.
You are to enter from the southeast side. Wait for the sounds of conflict. Then, slip in unnoticed. However, the Rylora seem to be able to sense nearby mines.
But I've provided you with scrolls that should be able to keep you for a period of time unnoticed by them.
Got a diversion? We got to play way in. When do we strike?
When you are ready.
Percy goes, well, actually, give me about, I need at least another hour and a half. Test a few things, make a few final adjustments. I just want to ensure that things go off. Look. Hour. Give me an hour.
Do your best not to be discovered. If so, Leave no witnesses.
Oh.
Leave no witnesses.
Allura goes, well, a number of these people are victims, brainwashed or misled. To clarify, he goes,
whatever that means to you, if that means silencing them, or taking them with you, and ensuring they cannot give you away, there is too much at stake. This is war. It does me no pleasure. But this is about all of us. All of us.
And as he says that, his eyes go white and his voice bellows outward, and you hear the crack and roll of thunder in the distance.
Awesome.
Okay.
We understand the assignment.
Allura nods. We hope to do our best to give members of the Vanguard that we feel can be given opportunities to amend their ways in the future, have that opportunity.
Redemption?
Yes, if possible.
Is there like a threshold in terms of like, oh, certain people, probably the leadership, probably beyond redemption, but maybe the peons?
You watch as Keyleth, her smile when you arrived fades into a more cold expression of realism. She doesn't even make any eye contact. She just kind of looks past everyone and goes, that is for you to decide. Save who you can, but do what is right.
All right.
When you are on Ruidus, learn what you can. Who are these Rylora? And ultimately, what do they want? See if there are any leaders or figures we can attempt to parley with or negotiate away from the Vanguard's plot under Ludinus. Where is Ludinus? What is his path to victory there? How much time do we have? What dangers or challenges await an all-out assault on the Red Moon? Any of these questions and more, all of these are extremely helpful for what we are plotting and preparing for on this side. So, however you can, best that you can, to the point of where you feel it is too dangerous and you must return to us, please do. You have that staff still?
Yeah, we got it.
When you do cross over back to the bridge, it will drop you right back into the center of that excavation site. Ensure you have that staff at the ready, because that will be your ticket away.
Sure. Yes.
It's attuned, right?
It's attuned.
All right.
You walk over to Earthbreaker Groon.
Yeah. Psst. Hey.
His head slightly turns your direction. His eyes still just this kind of clouded white.
What, you were looking at us. What were you looking at me like that for? Like you were all mad or disappointed or something?
These eyes do not look anywhere. I sensed you.
Okay, what did you sense?
You are Ruidus born. Both of you.
And he looks over towards Imogen, and you watch as Tofor and Key and other figures at the table that you assume didn't have this information before suddenly glance over uncomfortably. Are you saying we're sending Ruidus-born to Ruidus to handle this for us? Towards Allura and Keyleth. Keyleth kind of puts her hands up. Look, these two are not bound by that same draw. They're here, aren't they? They're not part of the Vanguard and whatever they're trying to do.
No. We didn't ask to be born under the Ruidus moon.
Tofor leans in and says, we tried working with Ruidus-born. Where are they now? And her dragonborn eyes kind of glance up to the sky.
What happened before?
Well, at a certain point, they just kind of forgot what we were doing and joined their new friends.
Well, that's not going to happen with us. We very recently went under a really close, tight bonding situation, and we're all devoted to each other.
Yeah.
We hold each other accountable.
Yep, and we're devoted to the cause, and I can vouch for all of these folks with my life.
Wake up, chat.
I trust they are capable. For they know that if they turn, the storm will find them. But you are of the storm, are you not?
I am the storm, baby.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you all, and I look forward to making your acquaintances further should you come back surviving.
We will.
Most everyone has left the tent at this point. You look across the way and you see Keyleth is talking to a couple of the Shari defenders.
I just kind of awkwardly start hovering
They eventually
nearby.
step away and you watch her sigh deeply, her lengthy coat.
I just circle around till I'm in her periphery.
Hello. I'm sorry. There's a lot.
Hello.
There's a lot going on.
Oh, yes. yes. No, no.
Laudna.
It's crazy. Yes,
Yes.
oh my god, you remembered my name.
Of course. What?
You're very pretty. I just couldn't.
I noticed you seemed kind of distracted.
There's a lot going on in the world, right?
No, I know, it's crazy.
Are you distracted because you're like
Looking at us like, ooh, nostalgia and thinking of fonder times? Or is it because that feathered man who turned into a marble?
She glances by, and you can see now the direction that she kept kind of glancing off is the direction she looks, and it's directly towards the red beam of the Malleus Key, and you see as she looks off and kind of takes a deep breath without looking at you, she just says, "We have to set him free."
He's being used to power the bridge, yeah?
Yeah. We assume.
They all keep saying we need the bridge to return. Is that true? Or is there another way?
As far as I know, all the great arcanists have been thinking just on this problem for a number of weeks now. And the bridge is the only connection we have to Ruidus. No teleportation, no divination, no magic seems to cross that threshold. The bridge is the only thing that gets there. That's why Ludinus made it. That's why you need to take it. That's why it needs to stay until we're all done. But when we're done, we set him free.
Well, I know there's so much going on, so I'll let you do it. What?
I'm sorry.
For what?
For everything. You see a wave of remorse cross her face as she kind of nods and walks away.
That was unsettling.
There's a moment where you feel a hand on your shoulder. The minute it does, your vision goes white, and you see this flash of a face in the clouds.
What? Wait.
Before you feel the grip of Earthbreaker Groon on your shoulder.
In his head. Can I help you?
You hear back in your head, Not even his voice, but a voice. Sourceless, growling, and echoey. You have my eye. There is greatness in you. Do not let us down.
I won't.
He releases his hand, and that image of a face kind of pulls away, and you hear the roiling. You look up in the sky, and there's no clouds, no thunder clouds, just the gentle kind of drifting gray, soft bits that have been there since you arrived. Is everyone ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
You watch as she nods, and Percival gives a nod back. All right, let's take him out. And he goes ahead and lights some sort of object in his hand, and a spark, like a flare spark, kind of flares a little bit in the air. As it does, all the wagons begin to go into motion, and you hear them pulling out quickly. There's no beasts of burden pulling them. They're moving under their own power. Keyleth looks at the rest of you. Get close.
I pull out the scroll, and I'll use that before we head out.
Okay, so this might be a little strange, but go with me here. She closes her eyes and focuses, holding her staff in her front. As it does, the wind picks up around you, and all of you feel this accompanying tingling sensation, and you watch as your legs begin to slightly drift apart into a mist, and all of you, just following her lead, take off into the sky, blending in with the slight plumes of dust and cloud that come through, the ever fluctuating winds that blow through. You all just begin to fly off into the sky. An incredible sensation for many of you, the first time not being on a skyship, but being free on your own, like a bird at a speed that a bird can only dream of achieving. As you all drift down to where the landfall is, your bodies reform the back of this kind of rocky outcropping that's about 15 feet tall and about 30 feet wide, where a couple of partially dried trees kind of skeleton upward, like withered hands reaching for the sky. She holds her staff up and concentrates. She says, "You have a few minutes to gather your thoughts and then be on your way." And in the moments that pass, you watch as the elements of soft clouds grow thick and dark. You watch as flashes of lightning begin to flash outward. The entire skyline over the Hellcatch within 10 minutes suddenly begins to take on that of one of the worst thunderstorms you've ever seen. Orim, with your perception, can already see the number of perimeter guards just outside of the excavation site beginning to double. The attention is beginning to be drawn. And before long, you hear the crack of thunder get more and more prominent and rapid. With each successive blast, you begin to hear horns sounding from inside the excavation site. Skirmishers begin to ride out of the sides of the excavation site. You see dozens of them just pouring out, and you watch as many of the more assault-based skirmishers, the massive tripod skirmishers beginning to, the ruin skirmishers are also emerging from the outside. You watch as dozens and dozens of Railoran warriors, juggernauts, the ones that you fought a handful of at the side of fake Ludinus, charging in behind them as handfuls of other Rylorans hover in the air and drift in pursuit. Right as the opposite end of the dust storm breaks, you watch the entire assault begin to collide with the exterior. You watch as the Ember Rocks swoop in and unleash gouts of flame downward, and you watch as explosions of fire hit some of the nearby watchtowers on the outside. This is an illusion, but you quickly grasp that spells are being flung from within the illusion as well to continue its buy-in to damage the nearby sentries. You watch as the war beasts begin to charge forward right as some of the Ryloran war machine begins to assault from a distance. You watch as cannon fire and exploding payloads are thrown over at heavy arcs that detonate in the center, and you watch as the illusion seems to react in time as some of these war beasts themselves skid over and plummet and explode on the side. As it does, you see a spray of crimson gore just out from an interior from inside the illusion. For the time being, it looks like it has begun. And in that moment, you all swallow hard, gather your nerves, and head in towards the nearest side of the Tishtan site. That's where tonight's episode.